religious beliefs don't support you through a tragedy, you're open to a new option. We look at our Thai neighbors, and they've never had any kind of tragedy, and they're very close to hearing about the good news, about the gospel of Jesus. Cambodians, in comparison, are much more wide open. They're willing to sit and ask the question and listen. They're always polite. They will always listen. But they're willing to ask the question and say, I don't understand. Why? And really be interested in the answer as why. The challenge is to move it from something they would like to just add to their kind of basket of worldview to something that you would choose to live out as a lifestyle. And that's where the teaching, the weekly Bible study and the teaching comes in. We teach a course called Firm Foundations, which is a creation to Christ study. In the Buddhist worldview, sin is kind of a misunderstood concept from the Christian concept of sin. So Jesus dying on the cross for you is not where you start to tell the story. As Buddhism plays out, it's much more animistic in nature, which means they have a fear or a worship of spirits. It's more a fear than a worship. They do a lot of things to appease spirits. So we start with the creation and explain that God created all the spirits, good and bad, and He has more power. And that's a story of hope. And then we have to kind of walk them through the Bible story so that they understand where Jesus fits in that story of hope. We have a young lady named Sarai, and when I first went and joined Divine Pizza and Ribs, she was already employed there. And during the process of the last 2 years that I've known her, we've moved through not really understanding anything about Jesus, to asking questions, to studying the Bible, to her becoming a believer. I've come to the restaurant when there was not much going on and actually witnessed her reading her Bible during her downtime. You know, when all the work gets done and you're sitting around and not doing much, and the thing that she would choose to do would be to take out the Bible and read it. And recently we've moved the restaurant, and where we are now is a significant distance from her home. And so she has, in order to continue her education and her life as it is, she has chosen to leave our employment and is seeking employment back in the area we were before. But she has taken this new understanding of Jesus and that relationship, and hopefully the understanding of how she should be treated as an employee, and looking for that kind of job that would be good for her and treat her well and move her forward in her life. She's pursuing an education in accounting and desires to work for a large company where she would be an accountant working in an office. So her skills of learning English and the time serving other people will benefit her in that. Many non-Christians believe that we pay Christians because they tend to become followers of Jesus and their life tends to get better because they've made better choices for themselves. They've stopped wasting money in gambling, and they've stopped drinking, and they've chosen to do these things because they've realized that these are not necessarily good for them. So all of a sudden they seem to have more money, and so they've assumed that we're paying them to do this. That's why they have more money. And to watch them try to explain that I've actually witnessed. That no, they're making better choices for their life and their family. And no, they're not getting any money, because when you live in a culture of dependency, the way Cambodia has been after Pol Pot, and living in the border camps and having so much provided for them, the adults at least, their main goal is to figure out how to get somebody to give them everything. So if I can get it from being a Christian, then I'll go be a Christian. And a true believer is trying to explain that that's not how that works. And what you're getting in that confidence and that belief that somebody loves me and the change in my life, what you're seeing is not a change of money. It's a change of passion. It's a change of belief.